Um, I'm Vihaan Doshi, and this is my app for the hackathon, and it is called Eat Complete. Okay, so first, what is the problem? A lot of people want to eat healthier but simply don't know where to start. Additionally, a major challenge is that restaurant menus don't tell you which meal best matches your health goals. Furthermore, health guidelines could be confusing, especially for those with health conditions like diabetes, heart disease, IBS, or food allergies. And also, current nutrition apps also mostly require manual logging, which takes time and causes people to quit. So, my solution is eComplete. So, eComplete solves this problem using AI. So first, this person on this app would simply take a photo of their food or meal, right? Then the app would identify that food and estimate nutrients and macros and explain how that meal fits into that person's goals. It can also suggest and recommend what to eat next, and even suggest healthier options based on past meals. And it can do this at nearby restaurants as well. It can also connect a health kit and microbiome data to make these suggestions even more personalized. And as you can see, the screenshots, just show different app features. The one on the left shows, the add a meal feature, and then the one on the right just shows the smart food scan. So how does it work, right? So behind the system, or behind the scenes, the system combines different sources, right? So it uses personal data such as height, weight, activity level, and meal history, and also guidelines from WHO and menus. And then it uses a variational autoencoder to generate outputs using AI, and those outputs will be the restaurant dishes, the meal suggestion, and the progress overview for the user. And also, there's also a tracker feature. So if the user can enable tracking location, it can track, where you are. And if you are at a restaurant, it can automatically detect that menu and give you recommendations for the restaurant as well. Um, Next, this is a step-by-step on how this process works. So first, the user again uploads a photo of their meal. Then the AI will get the food and estimate calories, proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and other nutrients. And then third, the meal is going to be tracked in your progress, and you can see all your past meals if you scan each of the meals. And then finally, if you want to, eat some snack later on, if you want to eat like something at a restaurant, our engine will then suggest future meals and healthier restaurant choices based on the user's goals. And this entire process just takes a few seconds. So, what makes this app unique? So what makes eComplete different is that it goes beyond just simply tracking, right? So most apps tell you what you already ate, but eComplete tells you what you should eat next. And also is very efficient as it only requires one quick photo or one quick upload to get that meal and log the meal. In addition, suggestions are personalized based on health goals, dietary restrictions, and even microbiome data. And this makes eComplete more like a calorie tracker and instead, I'm sorry, like it makes it less like a calorie tracker, instead like a personalized nutrition assistant. And this is another feature in my app, and this is the tracking meals feature. And as you can see, you can just like log in your meal history, and in this case, it identifies your meal, right, and it gets your calories and all these other macros and other like carbs, fat, protein, and then it logs this into your progress overview, and you can see how these past meals are going to help you achieve your goals. So now I will give you guys a quick demo on the app. So I can just, I'll just do a live demo here, right? So this is the app, as you can see here, right? In this case, I've already logged in. And so I entered 2 meals yesterday, right? And it can track the calories I ate, and it can also track, other factors and other macros, right? Based on these past 2 meals. And let's say I want to, enter a meal or something, right? I can just go to the smart food scan. I can I can upload it in this case, or I can upload whatever food. In this case, I'll upload. Let's see. Um, I can just search for a bagel or something online. Or here, I have it right here. So here's a cheese bagel, right? I can just save this image as a cheese bagel, and then upload it onto the app. Let's see if it works. Cheese bagel. Yep. All right. Let's see. See, I'm not sure why the uploading thing isn't working. But anyways, I think it's for some reason the uploading feature isn't like connecting. I think maybe the screen share. I can I'll just like stop the screen share for a sec, 1 second, okay? Sorry. Anyways, okay, I'll just show different features. Okay, so I'll just reshare the screen again. Sorry about that. Let me just okay. Anyway, so in this case, I think it's not able to upload. But if you were to take a photo, you can use your camera, right? And it can scan the photo of the food. In this case, I'll just show these nuts, right? And based on this, you can capture that photo, and it should be able to analyze that meal within like 20-ish seconds, and then it can generate the ingredients and the calories, the macros and the carbs, and also yeah, like this, right? It can detect that it's cashews, and it can detect the number of calories, the protein, the carbs, and the fat, right? And then you can confirm and track this, and it's going to be saved onto your dashboard, and you can see that over here, right? Sorry about the past incident, but I think
Um,
now it's working. Um, and also more cool features is that you can also recommend your restaurant food items. For example, if you are at the Cheesecake Factory, it can recommend options that are catered to your health goals, and also just in general, it can also recommend snacks and meals too based on your restrictions and also on your health goals as well. So that should conclude it, and thank you.
Thank you. And now the mic will be passed to the judges for any questions or comments.
I
Again,
see.
go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry, Derek. Yeah,
No,
let me
go ahead, Steve.
start this one first because I'm recently on a diet and trying to lose some weight. So, my first question is, I think the framework is a calorie counter and a meal planner, and I believe there are many other options on the market in the App Store. So, what makes your app stand out among those existing apps?
Right. So the main thing is the restaurant feature. So most of these apps, don't scan your restaurant menu and tell you what you should eat at the restaurant. So I think this app is unique because, if you are at a restaurant and you want to eat some food, it can tell you what to eat or what the best food to eat is based off of your goals in the app and your restrictions, right? So it just makes the process easier for you. And also another cool feature is that, it proactively will recommend food options based off of your past meal choices and your dietary restrictions as well. And furthermore, the cool thing is that the process is very efficient. Like logging your meals is very easy with this app because of the AI. So just taking a photo, like showed in the demo with the cashews, is all it takes, and it happens really fast to track your food.
Thanks. Another question is there's the encoder and decoder on your diagram. What are those elements?
Right.
Are those
So
video encoder,
essentially,
decoder, or some other stuff?
Right. So essentially, this is a variational autoencoder, and this is just generative machine learning model that compresses input data into like a smooth distribution, and then it will output that into and it'll just reconstruct the data into a different into like the output. So it just the generative machine learning model that I used. That's
I see.
the main thing. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, Derek, back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Yeah, good presentation, good idea. I think the world needs it. Question: How much testing have you done? So have you how many people have used this? How many restaurants have you tried to tie into it at this point?
Yeah, so at this point, we uploaded or I put the data, the restaurant menus from like a lot of the restaurants in California. So at this point, it's mostly just California restaurants, but my goal is to expand it into the whole US. So yeah, I mean, a lot of these menus are actually public online, so I can just upload them as PDFs, and it should be able to detect the menu at the given restaurant. And also, I've done quite a bit of testing, so I've tried scanning a variety of different foods to ensure that the actual scanner is accurate and not not some like random food. It's actually the accurate food, as you could see with the cashews, right? It could detect the cashews because it's been tested quite a bit.
So kind of follow up. How about have you asked family and friends to walk around with their phone and use it live?
I have, yeah. I have, like asked people to use this app and test this app, with the app on their phone. I have.
And then one last comment. I think, that successful companies like this create a community effect. So you might think about that, how you
Yeah.
create a shared user experiences and such.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, I'm working on, on trying to expand this and maybe, include this app on like Reddit so we can create a community um, of this app and expand it to people who don't have access to this kind of tool.
So, does the other two judges have any questions or comments? And other participants can, if they have questions, they can put it in the chat.
No, I don't have questions.